Do you think that was any explanation for this, or was this something more?
Maybe for sure. I mean, the break is the window is the window, so no excuses and no nothing. Of course, we said this many times. I think the clubs don't like the window, and it's even like for the national teams a not easy window because they come from holiday and they come from a long season. But still, I think that we can and have to do better over the 90 minutes. We played 25 minutes where I had the feeling it's a matter of time when we create a chance, it's a matter of time when we score. But we lost this momentum completely in the last 20 minutes of the first half. Started okay again, 15 minutes maybe in second half, and lost this momentum again. We created, I think, an XG of 3 and underperformed with 1 goal, which is very unusual in a match like this, where you normally overperform in XG. Normally, if you create 3, you score 5. You create 2, but you score 4 by individual quality and finishing. But yeah, it was a lack of energy, lack of quality in these moments, in the end of both halves. And yeah, I think it's the most honest thing to admit it and not to talk around it. We expect more from us. We can deliver more from us, and yeah, we'll try to take this as a learning and do better as quickly as possible.
Havies dit que una explicació podria ser que el temps necessari no havia estat
So obviously this press conference taking place in Barcelona. It's an Andorra home game, and all Thomas Tuchel's answers will be translated into Spanish, but we will stick with it just to hear what England's head coach has to say as they beat Andorra by just a goal to nil.
Eren 90 minuts els que teníem que fer el nostre joc i aprofitar les oportunitats que teníem, i hem perdut aquest momentum. Hem començat molt bé i després ho hem perdut. Els primers 15 minuts molt bé, de tots dos parts, primera part, segona part, 15 minuts molt bé, i després un gol és molt poc, ho sabem tots, has de tenir moltes oportunitats i al final marcar 4 gols, això seria lo normal. Normalment en aquests partits tens més del que en si esperes. I al final, ja l'heu comentat, aquesta falta de qualitat d'energia, al final ho hem d'admitir que ha passat això. Hem d'exigir més i hem d'aprofitar-ho com un aprenentatge.
Thomas?
Yeah.
The England fans booed at half-time and full-time, and also some of them sang abusive songs about the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. Can I just get your reaction to both of those things?
The booing is okay. First of all, support was amazing, unbelievable, created a fantastic atmosphere for a match like this. I came home, when I came out, I straight away was excited, and they made it a very special atmosphere. First of all, they were underwhelmed and not happy with our performance, especially how we ended first half. So I don't think that we can blame them for that. And we cannot even blame them how we ended the match. In the opposite, I thought they were fantastic throughout the whole match. I did not hear anything about what you said about abusive songs or chants. So if it happened, it's of course not acceptable, but I didn't hear it.
Havíem sentit alguna cosa així de cançons i paraules i cridaire dels seguidors.
Thomas Tuchel speaking to the press after the 1-0 win over Andorra, just listening to the translator translating his answers into England. First, he's mostly said that he expects the team to do better, that they underperformed on XG, and it's important to admit that they did expect more. They lost momentum after 25 good minutes in the first half and maybe only 15 in the second half. And he said he understands the fans booing, but thanks them for their fantastic support during the game.
Tercera victòria consecutiva amb la selecció nacional. Com has vist aquest partit? I en especial vull preguntar-te com has vist el partit de Jude Bellingham.
He is from the Diario Sports, and he would like to know how you see this whole game against Andorra, and mostly how you see the performance of Jude Bellingham.
Well, I think I gave now a lot of explanations about the whole game. It will be a bit boring if I repeat it again, what I saw in the match. It is the third time that we play against a deep block. It's the third time we play against a 5-4-1 from the opponent, and it is we struggled heavily in the ending of the first half, in the ending of the second half, to create, to show the quality in one-on-ones, to create overloads and create decisive situations for us, and that includes Jude as any other player.
Thomas.
Bé, ja he donat explicacions abans i no vull ara repetir.
So, Tuchel responding to a question from Spanish journalism, journalist specifically interested in Jude Bellingham, and he refused really to single him out, just felt that they struggled to break down a deep block, the third time they've played against one after, of course, games against Albania and Latvia, struggling at the end of the first and second halves to create overloads and decisive situations.
You can see how hard you're working to address the attitude or the mentality of England's players, and we've been at the training camp, they've enjoyed themselves, they're enthusiastic coming into games like this. Can you explain how they can go from that to what we saw towards the end of the game? Is there something holding them back, or?
I don't know. We will have a close look, because you're right. They were enthusiastic and they show it as a group when they are in camp. But I think in the way we started the game, that in general the attitude is right. I have no other feeling than to doubt that. I think that we want to do it, and we want to play according to our principles and to the plan, and want to do the stuff that we also trained. So for me, again, that was, I felt it's a matter of time. What was the second part of your question? I forgot it. I think matches like this can become awkward matches when you don't score a second goal. It can be stuck, and I said yesterday, then it's more necessary to not get frustrated, to not let your energy drop, to do the little things right. And I had the feeling after 25 minutes it becomes a little bit like that we were like, a little bit frustrated with the little things, and everybody tried a little bit different than we tried in the first 25 minutes, and becomes a bit of freestyle, and looks even more slow. It looks slower and slower and slower. There were no more movements in the last third to attack the box. Everyone wanted the ball then into the foot. No more speeding up the game with runs, because this is what you need. Then you need runs, you need counter movements, you need non-stop movements, counter movements, and runs. And if you don't invest, then it becomes suddenly a stuck game. And then we got frustrated, obviously, and I think in the end we played with fire. Honestly, I felt it almost like in a cup game where the favorite does not smell the danger. I didn't feel a team that is aware that it's only 1-0 in a World Cup qualifier, because we were like not happy with ourselves. Like, I'm not blaming them. I even feel like, okay, we were not happy, and this is stuck today. It will not happen today. And step by step the energy dropped. We needed exactly the opposite, but we couldn't deliver, and so we got away with a win. I think we still deserve the win, and we have 3 wins and 3 clean sheets. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. From there we go. So we will not stop to encourage them and make clear after we have a proper look at the match what we want from them.